Hi everyone, and thanks for joining me today for another episode of Gold Wingnut Live. Each week I answer your questions about things happening in Sumter County and the villages. These weekly broadcasts and the construction update videos I produce are two of the ways I bring information to you about the construction happenings here in the villages. At Gold Wingnut Productions, I also provide a photo video service for new homes under construction. If you're building a new home in the villages and you need someone to watch the construction for you and send you regular updates, then contact me through my website, goldwingnut.com, and arrange for a photo video package for your new home. I've nearly 20 years in the construction industry as a project manager, and in the last 6 years, Gold Wingnut Productions has provided this valuable service to over 300 homeowners. I know the work the various trades are doing, and I know when the work's being done right and when it's not. I'm not just taking pictures like some others do. I'm watching your home build with a trained eye to help ensure everything is done right. So go to goldwingnut.com and arrange your package today. Now let's get started with the show.
So we all know when people move into their homes, especially in Florida, we're limited for storage space. So what we do is we come in and help create storage space by maximizing what is currently available in their kitchens and their closets and other rooms. So a few of the things that we really pride ourselves on is communication with the customer, and our attention to detail is second to none. If you're looking to transform your kitchen, closet, or any other space in your home, give us a call or check out our website to book an appointment.
Well, good afternoon everyone, and welcome to Gold Wingnut Live. I'm your host, Dawn.Williams, and we're going to talk about the things you want to talk about here in the villages and Sumter County and whatever topic you might want to have. Today's sponsor is Kitchen-Wise, Closet-Wise. Great group of people. They make some fabulous products for your closets and your kitchen cabinets. I have them in my Moultrie Creek house. The wife loves them. Gentlemen, remember the old expression, happy wife, happy life. There's a reason for that, yes. All right, so today's topic, some things have come up in the past week, obviously, and we're gonna talk about them. I got a fingerprint on my glasses, but I want to focus really on one thing today. I'm going to shift screens here, because last week I said, hey, if you send me a picture of your dogs. So a handful of you all did. I was hoping for more, but that's okay. This is going to scroll as we continue to have the show today. I was real happy with it. I wish we'd had more, but you get to enjoy some of the pictures. Excuse me, there's some short videos in here. It's about 12 minutes long and it's on a loop. People here in the villages, they love their pets, their dogs especially. Nothing against cats. Used to have a cat, but dogs are just more outgoing personality-wise and more omnipresent, I think, here in the villages than cats. And some folks really sent me some really great shots. Some of them you'll see a little heart in the lower right-hand corner. That indicates that they were rescues. When the folks provided that information, I tried to incorporate it. Some of them, like this one, has something related to the Rainbow Bridge, which means that the dog has passed. And why am I doing it today? Because 12 years ago today, pardon me while I try and maintain my composure, I lost my dog Bo, and you'll see a picture of him coming up. He was a great dog. He changed my life, changed the way I thought about a lot of things.
The only problem is situations like
this is great. This is Gus. This is Lily and Sully's son at the vet's office. Gus is the big one.
Oh my, easy, Gus, guys.
He's quite the handful.
Oh my goodness.
I thought I'd include that. Linda sent me that after she took Mara to the vet, and yeah. All right. Let's see. Um,
You were so pretty.
so,
Leader.
the Middleton sod father, he's got a question about the low pond levels in the Well Point area and some misinformation that was put out. I'm going to touch on that. I got that on that's at the top of my list. It says sinkhole. You can't see my list. There it is. It says sinkhole. Anyway, so we're going to talk about that. Let's see what else we got here on the list. Muskie and Tammy, everybody's here. Let's see. They don't know my cat. I mean, our cat, she had some great personality. She was a bit ornery at times, but she was a great cat. We had her for about 10 or 12 years, and she passed away right around Thanksgiving. Almost 20 years ago. Yeah, 19 years ago. And we ended up getting Sadie. You'll see some pictures of her. And then she had Jessie, and the rest is just kind of history. But anyway, but cats are cool. I like them. I really do. Let's see. Time to become villagers. Okay, let's see. Do you know McNeil will connect to... All right. So, JB Dad says, hi, Dawn. I appreciate you. Do you know when McNeil will connect to be able to take it through to the turnpike? It's going to be roughly another year based on what I'm seeing in my other job. That's an important artery. I think I talked about it in the video that came out this morning. We'll talk about that. Oh my gosh, that was a nightmare. But anyway, it will connect. It'll be 4 lanes. It will be the best way to get from the Sawgrass area down to the turnpike, and it's going to take a tremendous traffic load off of Megason Road, south of Sawgrass, where it becomes 2 lanes. Bob's forgot to send pictures of Molly. That's okay, Bob. Maybe we got some dog park pictures and videos that Dave gave me, and I think Molly's in some of them. Craig is closing February 11th. Hi, Victoria. Let's see. All right. Gigi Melful says, hi, hey, Don, question. Is there a map somewhere that shows the scope of currently funded construction on 470 in Lake County, going to Megason or Chandler? Any idea of access on the other side of 470? Excuse me. So that expansion is scheduled to go from the county line, which is basically where the power lines are on Central Parkway, all the way to Chandler, and it's supposed to be 4 lanes. They're working the first phases now, and the bridge, as I said, the Villages works with purpose, and they obviously think, I obviously think that there's some major purpose going on. They're bringing over the water lines. That was the magic tunnel going under the turnpike last year. There's something coming, something big. We'll see what it looks like as soon as I find out some good information. I've got some information, but right now I have to be able to confirm it. Any idea on access to the other side of 470? Yeah, my understanding is there's no golf cart accessibility. If you want to take your golf cart, you're going to have to go across the Bexley Bridge. Gar Barker 1451 says, what is going on with the big Leesburg public utility rate increase? Are the Leesburg gas customers seeing the same rate, or is that Villages? And if so, is this discriminatory? You know, I got that letter and email from Leesburg about the gas going up. Basically, I think it's like 25%. It's like, holy mackerel! I don't get it. I don't understand it. I thought they had to go through the State Utility Commission. I don't know. This is, you know, I'm hearing about it first, just like you all, and I don't know the justification. When you read the letter and the email, it does sound like it's just going to be the Villages and not the Leesburg people, and I really got a hard spot with that. But other than that, I really don't have anything at this point. Got lots of people saying hello. Hi Dawn, hi Muskie from California. Due to the difference must run off, but we'll catch up on the replay. Okay, that's okay. We understand, Roxy. Rich liked construction update 163. About the hike, yes. So Craig, I haven't addressed the sinkhole misinformation yet. I'm going to get to that in just a minute. I am. Let's see. Follow up on 470 question. Any idea about golf cart access between north and south side of 470 from Dabney? Believe that is Villages owned as well. Yes, so there's 550 acres on the south side of 470 that is Villages owned. I have not seen any drawings yet that reflect any kind of connectivity to the south side. One has to assume that there's going to be, the most likely thing will be a multimodal tunnel going under the road. I don't know where it's going to connect, quite simply because looking at the Dabney area, there's really not a clear indication of where things could connect. There should be connectivity because that is a big section of land, 550 acres, unless they go all commercial with it. That's possible, and who knows? This is my Sadie when she had her first litter of pups, and one of those little pups is my Jessie in there. Probably the one that's asleep on her leg, because he was a lazy one. No, but anyway, this is my Jesse here when he was going to the doctor because he had cancer right before he passed away. Let's see. Are you buying us all around if by some miracle Jacksonville wins the game? If Jacksonville wins this, I will be very happy. If they go beyond this, if they win beyond this, I will be shocked. But we'll see. If they go to the Super Bowl, I'm having a Super Bowl party, and we'll get some invitations out on that shortly, if it happens. Let's see. Jerry says, hello. Platform GT, Don, greetings from Iran, watching you on Starlink. So much going on here. I want to send my wife and mother-in-law to live in the Villages. Is there much jihad there? No, there's not. It's a very, very calm, very conservative place. And Park Roaming with Robbie says that the new Mediterranean restaurant, which is run by Fred Karmapur of FM Key Restaurant Group, was good and reasonably priced. That's good to know. I haven't been there yet. Plan for the construction. VU says, hi, can you tell us what is planned on the construction of 301 near the Turnpike I-75? So, right now they're working on a temporary reconfiguration to support the widening to 4 lanes all the way down to where 301 meets 470. There is plans to rework the intersection. Again, what's going on now is temporary. Once the turnpike gets to the point where they're going to be widening the turnpike to 4 lanes, that's still probably a year or so away. Then the plan is, as I understand it, to widen the turnpike widthwise and the span width of the road going under 470, over 301. So basically widening the bridge and making it longer, which will allow a better reconfiguration of 301. Exact timeline on that, not sure of yet. All right. Let's see. Thanks, Dawn. 470 answers. They do have golf cart path at Chandler that stops at 470, so maybe that will be the location. Just not sure if they want to put it under the existing roadway. So what would happen if they do decide to do a tunnel? They will do like they did with Warm Springs. Okay, when they were building that, they do what's called cut and cover. They dig they dig a deep trench. They put the forms in for the tunnel and cover it over. Then they build the road over it. After that road is done, then they take down the road that was existing, and they cut and cover and do the second half of the tunnel, and then build back over it. And that's how they did the tunnel under Warm Springs, right there at Megason Road. All right. Going to be next to the gas station near the turnpike entrance. Let's see. Looks like there is a shopping plaza going in next to the gas station near the turnpike entrance. Do you know what the plan is? I haven't heard that one. That one's a new one on me, V2020. Let's see. On 301, see all previous questions. Okay. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anything on 301. Okay, I didn't see anything. I think I got it all.
Oh my word. You are so pretty, guys.
Well, Sodfather, that's a very nice sentiment. The easiest way to tell the character of a man is how much he loves his dogs and how much his dog loves him. I will tell you, I love my dogs tremendously. They mean the world to me. Okay, where are we at on time? We're good on time. Let's talk about sinkholes. All right, there's a sinkhole apparently that has opened up in one of the retention ponds. I'll get it out in a second. I can't remember the name of the village. Dang it! At the north end of that, just north of Oak Hollow. Well Point. That's it. I got it. All right. So in Well Point, in one of the retention ponds, apparently a sinkhole has opened up. That started drying out. My understanding is that it got partially plugged after the rain with a bunch of washout, and it's starting to hold a little bit of water, but they still want to investigate it and see what's going on. There was a video put out yesterday by, I don't know who the hell this clown is, folks. But he doesn't know diddly squat about what he's talking about. He's saying that the villages drills holes everywhere and then fills them with concrete to stabilize the ground. He talks about how this whole area used to be swamp and so the guy has no clue what he's talking about. He's trying to make the village's construction methods sound like they're something they're not. So if you live in the Eastport area, well, just the Eastport Middleton area, that whole bottom section, this whole area used to be pasture land, okay? And, yes, there was some wetlands here, but mainly it was dry pasture land. Now, I'm going to pull up, let me get it out here. Where's webpage? I can't find my webpage. Web browser. There it is. All right. So what he's talking about, this is the area just south of Megacin, or Middleton. And if you look closely, you see this set of dots, okay? These are test drillings. These test drillings were, I'm going to zoom in because I just realized you can't see it as well as I can. But these test drillings, okay, are done to look for organics, okay? They're looking for peat moss, buried trees, something that might at some later point through its decay they are would cause some either ground collapse or your foundation to sink or something like that. They're looking for organics. If they find anything, that tells them how much deeper they've got to dig things out. If you look at the geological studies that are filed with the Southwest Florida Water Management District, all these test borings are cataloged in there. And I'll tell you right now, it is boring reading. Get yourself a great big cup of coffee. What he's saying is, well, they drill these holes and then they fill them with concrete. Okay, lots and lots of concrete. So if you just look at the map, where's the trails from the concrete trucks coming? Because there would be a parade of concrete trucks coming in here and dumping it, and that simply does not exist. This is such gross misinformation. Personally, I hope the Villages watches this, and I hope the Villages goes after this asshat. Sorry, I'm very frustrated. I watched this video shortly before we went live today. What you call it? The Middleton Sodfather. He sent me the link to it. I had seen it last night or this morning, but I didn't watch it. And when he sent it to me, I watched it. It's about 7 minutes long. It is absolutely full of gross misinformation. Do not believe anything this clown says at this point. If he's willing to go on the record saying this kind of stuff, he is either ignorant or a liar, or both, because he sure as hell doesn't know what he's talking about. Now, how do I know what's going on here? I will tell you how. Several years ago, when they were building Newell, I got to spend an afternoon with one of the foremen from Rainey Construction, Dr. Lester, Gary Lester, who used to be the Vice President of Resident Relations, I think is what his title was, arranged it for me. I spent the entire afternoon with this gentleman driving around in the construction area. We talked about all this stuff. He shared a tremendous amount of information with me. And this was one of the things we talked about. And this is part of how they know how much to clear, so your foundations don't crack and sink. Yeah. So was his information good? Well, why would he want to lie to me about something like that? Plus, again, the facts don't represent what's being said. Again, if they were filling this with concrete, we're talking dozens and dozens, if not hundreds, of concrete trucks out here in this area. There would be tracks everywhere, and there's not. All right. Is there a sinkhole? I would say probably yes, just based on what's happened. And, they have to get it to a safe condition so that it can be inspected. And right now, while it's still wet and draining with water, it's not safe to go out there. So they've got to wait. This was a big topic at the CDD 15 meeting on Thursday. I talked to Mark, who's one of the CDD 15 supervisors. We talked for about an hour, and this was one of the topics we had discussed. So, yeah. I saw one YouTube comment that said, well, this didn't happen until after they stopped selling those houses over there. Really? You think the Villages has control over when a sinkhole opens up? All right. Let's see. Let's see. Do you have missed Dog to honor the 12th anniversary of passing about? Let's see. I see. Too much going on with dogs barking. Please back to your old format. I apologize for that. I was actually concerned about that. I just killed the sound to that track. Let's see. I see Lily has what looks like a gentle leader. Canine Companions had us use them. We volunteered and trained 12 puppies. I've never used a gentle leader. That was actually Gus that was on the gentle leader. And that's Lily and Sully's son from her first litter. Let's see. Craig the Sailor says, obviously not a real estate agent I'm talking about. I need to find that video just for the entertainment value. Yeah, I'll post it in the comments for this broadcast afterwards. Let's see, Craig also says, agree, Don, several YouTubers with absolute bad information and misinformation negatively related to the Villages. Yep. Baby Cooney says, wants to know about what's going on in the golf cart store in Megacin. Still nothing. Nothing. I have no idea. Jim says, Don, it doesn't look like there is black mat in the bottom of the pond with the sinkhole. It is, okay. They cover it with like 8 to 12 inches of clay and soil after they put the liners in. I remember flying that area when it was under construction. Yes, there's definitely the black rubber liner in there. Park Roaming with Robbie says, thanks for clearing that. It's getting a lot of viewers. Yeah, this is absolutely, it's gross negligence. It's irresponsible. Let's see. Is there a shopping plaza going in on 301 southbound next to the mobile home park? Yes, that is some sort of shopping plaza. It's Horizon is the name of it. And I haven't seen anything that, as far as specifics on what's going in there. The units, the first section of it is got like 8 units, and they're pretty large units. So it's not going to be like a Chinese food restaurant and a nail store and a Verizon store. It's going to be something much larger. I don't know what, though. Haven't seen anything. Middleton Sodfather says, why do you think a new road bridge over Dry Creek is being built on a low-traffic 2-lane road called Hornstein Terrace in Middleton? Is it a safety entrance egress issue? I think we talked about this one last week, Sodfather. What he's talking about is over by Dry Creek Park in Middleton. They're building an access road. The only thing I can think of might be for ease of access to the school. That's the only thing I can think of. But it'll be interesting to watch. I mean, there's a lot going on in the area to the southwest of Middleton, and that's where, not the next phase, but probably the phase after that for Middleton is going to be built. Terry wants to know, about the trees at the roundabouts at Marshbend Trail, McNeil were removed. I don't know why. They also were removed on Landstone Boulevard. There's, I think, yeah, there's three roundabouts. I don't know about, yeah, there's three roundabouts there that had all the oaks pulled out. I don't know why. I have no idea. I was shocked when I saw it also. Please subscribe and share. Yep. Jags 17, Bills 13. That's good to know, Mark. 10 minutes to go. Oh, yeah. Jacksonville still has plenty of time to choke. Let's see. Is there any other commercial land zones in the area where the church is being built near boosters? Not that I'm aware of. I know that south of Shallow Creek Golf Course, on the other side, the south side of Bexley Trail, there's another 27-hole championship course going in there and a driving range. But that's a couple of years down the road. Let's see, Gregor says, keep in mind that unlike Dawn, most YouTubers are not all that concerned with the truth or facts. It's just as likely an AI slop or cobalt or clickbait. Yeah, you know, I looked. I was actually going to do a video one time about 10 things I hate about the villages. And I had a list. I still have the list on my desktop. And I thought about it for quite a while. And I said, you know what? This is not what I am. This is not who I do. You know, the people, when you look at YouTube and you search YouTube for videos, the ones with lots and lots of views are all negative. You know, why the villages are so terrible, you know, oh, let's talk about STDs. Yeah, it's all, most of it's all BS. And it's all about clickbait, trying to make the place look bad. They think it helps. You know, I won't do that 10 things I hate about the villages, just because, honestly, there's not a lot I hate about it. I mean, I've been at odds with the developer on many occasions, but I respect them. I respect what they're doing, because I worked in project management for almost 20 years, working for Johnson Controls. I see what they do. They do a great job on project management, which is really the key to success of any construction project. Let's see. We'll go back here. Do you know, this is from V2020 Florida. Do you know what is planned for the area at 470 and 301? We noticed that area is being cleared of trees. Okay, so what's happening there? One of the building that's been built there is the new county service center. It's going to have a meeting room. All the county commission meetings come about May will be out of that building instead of Everglades. They're moving it. That's basically right in the center of the populated sections of Sumter County. I say the populated section because that panhandle tail, that's all the green swamp area. Basically nobody lives there. It's just forest area. On the opposite side of the road, there's some development going on there. They're also looking at rerouting 470 so it doesn't follow 301. It's going to cross and then curve left and right and left and then connect back up to where it's at. It's trying to clean up that intersection of 471, 301, 470. That's just a nightmare with all the new traffic that's been growing on there. So that's what's happening there. There's another development there. So anyway, let's see. Let's see. This is from at VS FY 2023. Just everyone know how insane that person is to rectify one normal lot of one normal lot in Florida with concrete fill for a sinkhole takes about one half to 500,000 to 1 million pounds of concrete. Impossible to concrete that size area. Yep. Shaming. Dawn is using the commonly used technique of shame them for winning. Oh, okay. Got it, yep. Platform GT says, Dawn, news reports are saying that the Ayatollah Khomeini has fled Iran and will live in exile in the villages. Is that true? I seriously doubt it. I seriously doubt it's true. Where's the... okay, where was the golf cart coming from that was crossing 27,441 and the occupants killed? I saw that article briefly. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why people want to cross these roads. Look at this. Mark Ryan says, Bills are now ahead 20-17. Great. Let's see. All right. Victoria wants to know, if you win a lottery for a veranda, is there a grace period that allows you to have a home inspection before you actually sign the contract? Not that I'm aware of. All right. If you noticed, I didn't have a whole lot of pre-video footage with this morning's start of the show. It's because I was working on the dog video. We're gonna take a short break. We're gonna do the mid-show break. It's also very short. I need a quick break. I'll be right back. Thanks for sticking with today's broadcast of Gold Wingnut Live. Pardon me for just a minute while I go grab a fresh cup of coffee and stretch my legs and back. While you're waiting, let me ask you a quick question. Are you building a new home in the villages and need someone with a trained eye to watch the construction for you and send you regular updates? Then contact me through my website, goldwingnut.com, and arrange for a photo-video package of your new home. I've nearly 20 years experience as a construction project manager, and I've been offering this valuable service to residents for over 6 years. I know the work the various trades are doing, and I know when the work is being done right and when it's not. Fortunately, serious issues are rare, but even the most minor issues are better caught during construction than during closing. I'm not just taking pictures of your home like others do. I'm watching your home being built with a trained eye to ensure everything is done right. So go to goldwingnut.com and arrange for your package today. Now let's get back to the broadcast.
So we all know when people move into their homes, especially in Florida, we're limited for storage space. So what we do is we come in and help create storage space by maximizing what is currently available in their kitchens and their closets and other rooms. So a few of the things that we really pride ourselves on is communication with the customer, and our attention to detail is second to none. If you're looking to transform your kitchen, closet, or any other space in your home, give us a call or check out our website to book an appointment.
All right, we are back. So we had a few more comments while we were out. You think I put these commercials in here just for profit? When I first started this without the commercials, by the end of the show, I was ready for it to end. We'll leave it at that. Not a problem anymore. All right, so the Riddler 2 says, Venezuelan oil profits will eliminate the national debt and Florida sales taxes. Hail President Trump. I'm going to take exception with that. I think what happened in Venezuela was a good thing. I think it's good for the Venezuelan people. I'm glad that they are free of this tyrant. As I understand it, President Trump's goal is to help rebuild the country so they can be prosperous and free once again. It's not to reap profits. If anything, I think it's going to cost us a tremendous amount of money to support them and get their economy back up and running. But I think they'll also pay it back because it would be the right thing to do. But we never know. All right. All right. Whoops. Come on. I click on the screen and uh-oh. I lost my program. Oh, there it is. All right. Let's see. Just trying to catch up with the list here. What you're seeing on the screen and what I'm looking at are way out of sync right now. Any updates on what is going on across from Megason Gate at 470? Have seen some vehicles on there lately. Apologize if you've covered it in video today. Planning to watch much later. Okay, so one of the things that I know is happening over there is Hope Lutheran Church is building a new church, and I believe they're finally starting to roll. That's what I remember hearing. I had approached them 2 years ago about taking pictures of it while it was under construction. That kind of fell to the wayside. I might revisit that. It's not like I have anything else on my plate, though. All right, but so that's the only thing I know of that's going on over there. V2020FL says, Dawn, there was a sinkhole in Middleton on Alder Avenue at the corner of the park that was actually filled with concrete. My daughter lives there, and we watched them fill it. Sinkhole, yeah, and you watched a lot of concrete go in there. There was also a sinkhole in Monarch Grove, in one of the courtyard villas that borders Marsh Bend Trail, and I know they went through a whole lot of headaches, and I feel for the people, but apparently they've got it resolved. Somewhere in the Sun, the dog tribute is wonderful. Thank you. And my dogs are wonderful creatures. You know what's great about dogs? They beat kids because they don't ask for money, they don't back talk, and they love you unconditionally. What can I say? Don't get me wrong. I love my son, but yeah, my dogs don't. Again, my dogs don't ask for money, and my dogs don't back talk me. Let's see. Can you tell me? Okay, let's see. Deb C4148 says, can you tell us if designer homes will be built in the area at Corbin Trail between LaGrange Recreation Center and Pearl Place beside the Farragut ball fields? No, that's not designer homes. That is going to be veranda homes, based on what I've seen in the drawings. And what tells me that is the way they have the lines drawn. It's always on one, the dividers are always shown on one side of the house. If you look at a designer home, or excuse me, a veranda or courtyard villa, your neighbor always has one side of your house in their yard. Okay, and that's just the way things work out. If you live in one of these communities, you understand what I'm talking about. It's not a big deal. You know that you have to give your neighbor egress if they need it for any kind of maintenance. But no, it's not going to be designers. It's going to be verandas. All right. Son of Sodfather says, do you think the design to have a fewer number of retail dining locations in Eastport compared to other squares is due in part to the proximity to what will be huge Middleton retail dining district? You know, Eastport is a different animal. Some people are saying it's not a town square. Effectively, it is. Again, it's a different animal. There's still going to be quite a few restaurants there. It just doesn't have the room for growth like Brownwood, like Sumter Landing, and Spanish Springs have had. Okay, if you look at Brownwood, there's still room for it to grow, and honestly, because of Middleton, I don't think it needs it. You know, it would cannibalize business too much if you have too much. But having the two towns that, I know Middleton isn't a town square either, but having these two town facilities, let's call it that, with lots of restaurants, benefits everybody, I think. How many restaurants are open in Middleton now? There's Victory, there's Four Rivers, there's Middleton 24, there is Portillo's. Of course, there's the ice cream shop. I'm probably missing one. But, so lots of restaurants. The early drawings I saw reflected 10 locations for food service restaurants. There's a slider shop coming on the north side of Central Parkway. So lots coming. And I think the two areas complement each other without being overpowering, I guess is the easiest way. They take different approaches as they learn. All right. Muskie says the YouTuber that is saying all the test holes are filled with concrete is totally wrong and different to that how to handle a sinkhole. All right. Let's see. Craig says really he likes the restaurants in the Middleton area. I do too. Wednesday nights, I normally pick Debbie up and we have chocolate martinis at Middleton 24. Mark, you're killing me. 24 to 20 now. All right. Fiesta Grande and Haru. Yep, that's two more restaurants that are coming. I was just talking about the ones that were open at this point. If you look at Eastport, right now there's 2 restaurants open, plus an ice cream shop, plus a coffee shop. So, things are picking up. Things are picking up. Wow. So, let's get back to the dogs. How do I say this? If you are wanting a dog, please consider one of the local rescues or the Sumter County Animal Shelter. Sumter County Animal Shelter has a lot of dogs that need homes. Maybe if you're not sure and you want to foster, they have a fostering program. That helps tremendously with the overcrowding. There's multiple animal rescues, 2 that I support myself through my through the advertising dollars that I get. Joshua's House, they're starting a virtual adoption. So I have virtually adopted. I did a virtual adoption. Okay, that sounds better. Of a dog yet. I don't know which one yet, but I am sending them a monthly contribution, and it comes out of my company profits. That's one of the big things why I do what I do with this business is I gave away most of my profits last year for the company to charitable events. Anyway, but yeah, consider adopting, consider one of the rescues. There's a lot of really good animals out there that need homes, and if you go, be forewarned. They're going to break your heart when you see these animals. They look at you with those big sad eyes, and it just rips your heart out. Anyway, I'm gonna go start blubbering here in a few minutes if I'm not careful. Let's see. Garbarker says, do you have any suggestions about which folks to contact, perhaps Leesburg city officials, about the Leesburg gas increase? What do you think about attending Leesburg council meetings and town meetings? Honestly, I don't know enough about the structure of Leesburg, only because I don't have that many dealings with them. I am much more familiar, obviously, with Sumter County than I am Lake County. much more familiar with Wildwood than I am Leesburg or Lady Lake or even Fruitland Park. So I really don't have a good answer, but I would reach out and to at least the county commissioners and start with them. They should be able to direct you in the right direction. Let's see. Oh boy, things are happening here again. Let's see. Muskie will look up to get the scoop on the great restaurants. Okay. Gigi Melful says, really liking Eastport so far. Wife and I went and saw a band there last week. Had an amazing time. Love the vibe at night with the lights. Just nice to have it close by us. I would agree. Somewhere in this, Somewhere in the Sun says, when will Tacos and Tequila open in Eastport? Anytime they have, any timeline have they started? What's the timeline on construction? Last time I went through there, they hadn't started on construction, but you can figure 6 to 9 months after they start on construction. So my guess is probably this time next year. I know that they said something about proposed opening schedule in one of the developers' videos, but I don't remember what it was. But there you go. But tacos and tequila does sound pretty good to me. I do like a good tequila on a rock. Let's see. Victoria, thank you so much. I appreciate the donation. Please remind your viewers here that not all people living here are dog lovers. I wish they weren't allowed to be in town centers, especially the big dogs. Please keep your pets on a short leash. So, you're right. You're absolutely right. And not all dogs are as friendly as they should be. Keeping them on a short leash is important. I'm kind of with you on not having them in the town square, especially when there's events going on, and not because of the people, but because of the dogs. There's so many people around. It's easy for them to get stepped on. It's easy for them to get hurt. And they don't belong in restaurants. A little common sense goes a long way. A little common courtesy goes a long way also. Let's see. Muskie says you can count on me, Craig. A meetup is definitely needed with all of us. Wingnut, thank you. Muskie, we need to talk about that. We need to plan something, I think, coming up. I've just been so swamped. So Terry wanted to know about some property that's being annexed on County Road 507 for Warm Springs. So one of the things that happens is when there's Wildwood continues to grow, okay? And there are some ordinances that basically say if you're surrounded by city property and you want to do some building, you need to become part of the city and not some isolated enclave for the county. And that's really what's going on. As far as what's going in there, no idea. It's a lot. It looks like it's going to be something commercial based on what I saw looking at the Wildwood. I look at their agendas all the time, and I haven't seen anything about what it's going to be, but I know where you're talking about. So it's excuse me. It's a small piece of property. So who knows? Maybe another beauty salon, or hey, we could always use a mattress store in that area. So, all right. Somewhere in the Suns is LaBelle or Osceola Hills in Fruitland Park or just the county. LaBelle and Osceola Hills are in an unincorporated Sumter County. They are not in Lake County. Fruitland Park is in Lake County. So that's a fairly common question because LaBelle butts up right to the county line, and the only way you know that you've crossed the county line really is the golf course and the power lines. When you get on the other side of the power lines, you're in Lake County. All right. Wow. All right. Somebody tell me what the football score is, please. Oh my gosh, Platform GT. Daily Sun said that the Ayatollah Khomeini will not be living in the enclave. He wants to be out around the people and golf more. Okay. Okay, you're getting me on these with Iran. You know, I mean, I know when I was growing up, I lived at Lackland Air Force Base. My dad was in the Air Force, and Lackland Air Force Base is where they had the DLI, the Defense Language Institute, and there were, at the time, Saudis, Iranians, Iraqis, all stationed there, learning the English language, and one of my classmates, young lady by the name of Roxana Alipur, her father was one of the high-ranking officers in the Iranian Navy, or not Navy, but in the Iranian military, and he was one of the people in charge of the students there. You know, great people. There are some people here in Sumter County that are Iranian that I know. Absolutely phenomenal people. You know, it's politics are politics in that part of the world are pretty ugly, and a lot of hate between countries, between religions. You know, it's unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Anyway, so 24-20, is that the final score? Anybody know? Come on, you're killing me. I'm sitting here. Oh my gosh. We're going to end today's show relatively early because A, I haven't grabbed a shower yet, and B, I got a 5 o'clock dinner and cards with a friend of mine over at their house this evening. No, the game's not over yet. All right. So, will Jacksonville choke? I'd say pretty good. Buffalo on the 14. Yeah, they're going to choke. They're going to choke. Buffalo driving for a touchdown. Yep. How much time is left there, Walt? You know, you guys are going to force me to turn on the TV here in my office and see what's going on. 1:10 left. A minute left. Okay. Sorry. I was a Jacksonville fan when the franchise was first established 30 years ago. I lived in Kings Bay, Georgia. I was on the Navy base. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure at the time I was stationed on board USS Kentucky. Yeah, that would make sense based on the 30 years ago. Yeah, I was on USS Kentucky. I was the chief reactor operator, and we used to go to the games when they'd have a game in Jacksonville. We could get $6 tickets from the USO. The seats were in the end zone, and we had to go in uniform. And not a big deal for $6 to go see an NFL game. It was worth it, and a lot of times you were able to move to the sidelines area because there was lots of open seats available when the franchise was young. Let's see. Platform GT says I worked with obviously for Lockheed, for many years in Saudi Arabia, teaching them all about jet engine dynamics and maintenance. Wow. Let's see. John wants to know, any comments on the start of the governor's race? TD. Oh, you're killing me, Walt. You're killing me. All right. So I'm working out of the Middleton house today, or not Middleton, Moultrie Creek house. I'm not at the apartment like I am many weeks, and I don't hear Debbie screaming. Normally she's screaming by now.
It's 16 hours.
27-24 Buffalo. Looks like I'm not having a Super Bowl party. All right. As far as the governor's race, you know, Byron Donalds was here yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Had a great speech. Answered a bunch of questions for the people there. You know, I think he's got a fair shot at it. I don't know who else is running at this point. I know that there are several people on the other side of the aisle that have thrown their hat in. I don't know if they have the same name recognition as Byron Donalds has, but we'll see. You know, Byron Donalds has got. He's been in Congress. You know, he sounds like a good choice based on what I've heard. And until I hear differently, I'm gonna leave it at that. I mean, I think it's still early in the race, but you know, we are into 2026. This is an election year. We'll see what happens. All right. So we've talked about the sinkhole. We've talked about dogs. Thank you all for tuning in. All right. Craig the Sailor says, when I was in training at San Diego on 32nd Street Naval Station for my hydraulics school, there was a ton of Saudi military training there. It was 85, 86 time frame. Yep, that makes sense. I was at Lackland Air Force Base in the last what, 3 years of, so what was it, 76 to 79. Don't forget the link about the sinkholes. I will get that to you. I will put that in the description. Not a problem. You know, again, the information this guy's putting out is so grossly incorrect. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. And if he watches this and he wants to discuss it with me, be more than happy to discuss it with him, because he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Touchdown Buffalo. Yep. Jacksonville is choked on a buffalo. There you go. How much time is left? Probably not enough for an onside kick. And, well, no, they couldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. They can't even kick. They got to return. Thanks so much for the good info, Don. Keep it up. Well, thank you, Craig. Appreciate it. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and call it a day. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Hope you got some good information out of it. And remember, life is short. Power is fleeting. Physical beauty, it's only going to last a short time. All of us that live long enough will also become weak and very vulnerable at some point. So let's be humble. Help the sick, help the weak, help the vulnerable. One day, we too will have to exit this stage. And so let us do it with humility, dignity, honor, and the knowledge that through our actions, we have left this world a little bit better place. I'm Don Wiley. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you next week. There we go.
So we all know when people move into their homes, especially in Florida, we're limited for storage space. So what we do is we come in and help create storage space by maximizing what is currently available in their kitchens and their closets and other rooms. So a few of the things that we really pride ourselves on is communication with the customer, and our attention to detail is second to none. If you're looking to transform your kitchen, closet, or any other space in your home, give us a call or check out our website to book an appointment.
Thanks for watching today's broadcast of Gold Wingnut Live. These weekly broadcasts and the construction update videos are two of the ways I bring information to you about the construction happening here in the villages. At Gold Wingnut Productions, I also provide a photo video service for new homes under construction. If you're building a new home in the villages and you need someone to watch the construction for you and send you regular updates, then contact me through my website, goldwingnut.com, and arrange for a photo video package of your new home. I've nearly 20 years in the construction industry as a project manager, and in the last 6 years, Gold Wingnut Productions has provided this valuable service to over 300 homeowners. I know the work the various trades are doing, and I know when the work is being done right and when it's not. I'm not just taking pictures like some do. I'm watching your new home build with a trained eye to help ensure everything is done right. So go to goldwingnut.com and arrange for your package today, and I'll see you next week right here at Gold Wingnut Live.
How do you want to be remembered after death? My granddad used to always tell me that the best way to never be forgotten after you die is to borrow money from everyone you know.
During my job interview yesterday, the interviewer asked, "Why should I hire you?" I said, "Because my buddy Johnny works here, and he said you're having an affair with your secretary." Gentlemen, want to make your lady feel special? Place her picture in the kitchen and write Employee of the Month. She'll love it.
My life hasn't been the same since my accident.
What accident?
The one where I got my finger stuck in that wedding ring.
My son got detention again at school today, and a teacher pointed a ruler at him and said, "At the end of this ruler is an idiot." All he said was, "Which end?"
My wife isn't talking to me today, because yesterday I promised to only have 2 beers and be home by 10. I always end up mixing those 2 things up. My wife told me to go and get some pills that help with improving performance in bed. You should have seen her face when I tossed her some diet pills.
Dogs love sleeping in their owner's bed for 3 powerful reasons, and the last one says everything about your relationship. First, to your dog, you're not just a human. You're their safe place, their family, their whole world. Sleeping close to you gives them a deep sense of security. It's their way of saying, "I love you, and I trust you completely." Second, dogs adore warmth. Your bed already cozy and warmed by their favorite person. To them, you're like a living blanket, comforting, soothing, and impossible to resist. And the third reason goes even further. Dogs have a natural instinct to protect their group. Even while sleeping, they stay slightly alert. By sleeping beside you, they feel like they're watching over you just as you watch over them. A dog will never sleep somewhere they don't feel safe. So if he chooses your bed or even uses your arm as a pillow that's not random, it's a sign of absolute trust. Does your dog sleep with you too?